This is Jamie Drummond for Good Food Revolution. I'm here with winemaker Laurie Hook from Beringer in the Napa Valley. How are you today, Laurie?
I'm very well, thank you.
Now, I've known Laurie for a number of years now as winemaker at Beringer. How long have you been with Beringer and how long have you been chief winemaker?
I started in 1986. I was 12 then, in case you have a calculator.
Right.
And yeah, right. And then became winemaker in 2000 and chief winemaker in 2008.
Now, if you were to describe your style as a winemaker, your personal style at Beringer, how would you express that?
My personal style and what really gets me excited is to really try to craft wines that really represent where they're grown. We have fantastic vineyards. We have 2,000 acres between Knights Valley and Napa Valley. And to me, the real excitement is trying to figure out what you need to do in the vineyard so that you grow the best wine or the best grapes, and then how you treat them in the winery so that you really capture their unique personality.
Now, you make so many different wines throughout the Beringer range. Do you have a personal favorite that you look forward to every single vintage? And
I do.
Are there any, on the flip side, are there any that you know are always going to be incredibly tricky, so perhaps a little bit more challenging?
I think you always look at Pinot Noir, of course, as being a variety that you need to be very much in tune with, and you really need to pay a lot of attention to. It ripens in the early part of the season when we can get warmer temperatures, so it really is about being out in the vineyard every day to taste the fruit, see how it's maturing, and paying attention to the weather as well so that you get it at its optimum.
Now, people don't immediately think of the Napa Valley when it comes to Pinot Noir.
No, you don't. Absolutely not. But if you look at the Napa Valley, even though it's a pretty small valley, 30 miles long and roughly 3 miles across, there's so much diversity. You can find over half of the soil orders that exist worldwide in Napa, and then we have the San Pablo Bay in the south, so the southern end is a lot cooler, and that's where we grow Pinot Noir and Chardonnay and other varieties that do better in cooler climates.
So were you saying that Pinot Noir was one of your favorite to play about with every single vintage, or one that you least look forward to?
No, I actually love them all. I really, really do. Sauvignon Blanc is the variety that starts the season, and it's exciting for that. And I love the flavors that you get in Sauvignon Blanc. To me, out of all the varieties, you're really trying to capture those flavors in the bottle. But each variety and each wine has its own challenges and joys. They're all exciting.
In the years that you have been with Beringer, have you seen winemaking trends and fashions affect the way that wines have been made at Beringer?
I don't know if I think of them as trends or fashions, but I think that we continue to learn more about what we're doing. And so you're always trying to incorporate that into your winemaking. And it can be a bit of a pendulum. When I started, we were full into barrel fermentation with pretty much everything. But part of that was because of the way the fruit was grown. And since that time, we've changed what we've been doing out in the vineyards. And as a result of that, we're changing what we do in the winery so that we can showcase those flavors, I think, more genuinely.
Can you tell me about any new developments that have been going on at Beringer over the last few months? Because the last time I joined you was back in November of last year, and there were rumblings afoot about a few changes down there in a number of areas, actually. So what's been going on down at Beringer?
Well, probably one that most people will be able to appreciate is the change in packaging. And as you can imagine, I've been around for a couple of years, so I have seen a couple of changes. And I have to say that the direction that we're going now, I'm really excited about. I think it really, it just is very bold, and I think it captures these different growing regions in a very fresh way. And so the one of the package changes is for our Knights Valley wines, and I love the embossing of Knights Valley, which is a really, really special place, and it's just exciting. So if you have gotten Knights Valley Cabernet in the past, you might look for this black label instead, because that is quite a change. And then the brother and sister of the Knights Valley Cabernet are the Blanc, and this is a blend of Semillon and Sauvignon, and then the Red Meritage, which is a blend of Merlot and Cabernet and Petit Verdot, Cab Franc, and Malbec.
Are these related in some way to the alluvium label that one used to see
Absolutely.
from Beringer
Absolutely.
previously? Right. Okay. And why did you choose to go down this particular packaging route with them being labeled the Blanc and the Meritage?
Well, the reason that we moved away from alluvium, honestly, is that a lot of people just didn't understand what it meant, and it took a lot of explanation, whereas the Blanc and the Meritage are terms that a lot of people understand. And so just making it more approachable, more easy to understand.
Well, Laurie Hook, winemaker from Beringer, thank you very much for joining us today at Good Food Revolution.
Thank you very much.
I have one final question for you. What does good food and wine mean to you?
Good times.
That's a good enough answer for me. Thank you very much.
Thank you.